In 2021, I started different DeFi projects with the goal of creating different streams of passive income. I've seen people try out these different platforms with crazy high APYs, but I got tired of seeing the same DAO and DeFi projects. So what I did was look into a different type of platform or project, and what I found was Pacoca, a multi-chain portfolio manager, automated yield farming, and DEX aggregator. I decided to try out the project because it looks so promising, so I decided to invest a small amount back in November of 2021. And as in the case with PancakeSwap and Wonderland, I was supposed to make a 1-month result video, but I was not able to do that. So here we are catching up to that. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what Pacoca is, what their features are, and what were my results after trying it for 3 months. So first, what is Pacoca? Pacoca is a sweet portfolio manager where users can track their DeFi assets, invest in smart vaults with compounding yields, and trade tokens at the best rates using the decentralized exchange aggregator. According to their documentation, Pacoca was born to optimize the experience of DeFi users. The goal is to provide a broad and centralized view of the assets staked in different DeFi projects in EVM-based blockchains like BSC, Ethereum, and Polygon. And by the way, just as a side note, I was very intrigued with their name because it was quite unusual. When I looked it up, the term Pacoca is actually a delicious Brazilian peanut sweet made using ground peanuts, sugar, and salt. Anyway, Pacoca, or Pacoca, is the platform's native token, and it will have many use cases in the short and long term. These use cases included governance, auto-compounding vaults, and portfolio-exclusive features. Initially, the token had a supply cap of 100 million Pacocas. However, a proposal was submitted to increase the supply cap to unlimited, and that proposal was voted on and passed back in December of 2021. And if we're going to talk about the token's price, well, you kind of guessed it, it has declined since then. So next, let's talk about the features of Pacoca. The first one that they have is their DeFi dashboard. The main purpose of Pacoca is their multi-chain dashboard that tracks multiple platforms in one place. Inside their dashboard, they have a feature that converts your small balances into Pacoca, so you don't really have any dust left in your wallets. Next, they have what's called a sweet vault, which is basically your traditional farming pools that you can see from all those DeFi projects. In Pacoca, they boast their sweet vault's integration with Chainlink keepers. Basically, what that means is they're using hyper-reliable automation bots to trigger a compound function whenever a condition is achieved. By leveraging Chainlink's decentralized automation bots, the Pacoca protocol can now reliably auto-compound its sweet vaults in a decentralized, trustless, and tamper-proof manner. Their next feature is their exchange, and that is powered by 1inch. So whatever 1inch has for their liquidity sources, Pacoca has that too. Since Pacoca is a microcap project, there hasn't been a lot of features yet that has been released. According to their roadmap, NFTs and a liquidation notification feature are plans that they haven't started yet with the platform. So those are the features of Pacoca as of the moment. So now let's take a look at what were my results with Pacoca after trying it out for 3 months. When I saw Pacoca for the very first time, I liked the idea that I could aggregate any of my Binance Smart Chain projects that I would get involved with in the future. At that time, I still had PancakeSwap, which is a very popular DeFi platform in the BSC network, and seeing my PancakeSwap investment alongside Pacoca's in just one place was super helpful. Pacoca is still a microcap project with a nice premise to it. I believe that this was going to be a very nice project to get involved with, so back in November of 2022 last year, I decided to invest. I started with an investment of $168.76, and I paid $1.01 in fees. 82 cents of that one was basically for swapping my BNB to Pacoca, and then 19 cents was for enabling their auto compounding feature. If you've been in the DeFi space for a minute, you know that $1 in fees is quite a good deal considering other ETH-based projects have astronomically high gas fees. But anyway, after 3 months with Pacoca, my $168 investment has turned to $56.47, which is a loss of 66.54%. Now, the biggest reason for this decline in value is pretty much the price drop of Pacoca. At the beginning of my investment, the token's price was actually at 25 cents, and after putting my investment in their sweet vaults, the highest the token would actually get was around 30 cents. And then from there, the price would just go down to as low as 4 cents, which is so tragic. I only experienced 1 week of profit until all my positions declined in value starting December. So after 3 months, I decided to close my entire position on February 2022 at a token price of 6 cents. At that point, I believed that it wasn't worth keeping the investment anymore, so I'll just accept the loss and just move on. Like always, there are a couple of lessons that I want to share with you, and one thing that I realized about myself after my experience with Pacoca for 3 months. The first lesson is microcap projects are really great for massive gains. I know this is quite contradicting to the results that I have here, but let me explain for a bit. I say they are great for massive gains because being a microcap was one of the reasons why I invested in the first place. And frankly, if you think about it, this might have been the very first time you've heard about this project. Microcap projects are pretty much just like the penny stocks in the stock market. They don't have a very big market cap. They usually have it around $50 million or less, and they just fly under the radar. They don't do a lot of marketing, so doing your own research is where most of the work is. They have the potential for big rewards, especially if you invested during the development stages of the project. And if the project proves to be good, you don't really need a sizable position to profit from it. Number 2 is that timing is key. Cryptocurrency is already volatile, so the risk is high, and with microcaps, the risk is even higher. Since they're not too popular, information about them may be scarce and only limited to what the developers have put out online, and maybe a handful of articles as well. If you're thinking of profiting from the project short term, then timing your investment is essential. For a small investment, you can exponentially grow that as the project continues to show promise and gets attention. Long term though, there is no telling how the project would turn out to be. You can do as much research as you want, but that's pretty much it. What the project becomes is still ultimately decided by the developers. And the third one here is that I seem to have developed a skewed investing perspective. So this third point is more of a realization of mine. The expectations of returns for DeFi projects have definitely skewed my perspective of investing long term. People gravitated towards DeFi projects last year because they saw massive gains in such a short amount of time. In paper, that actually looks great. Your small investment is growing in a year, a month, or maybe even a day because of these crazy high APYs these projects are offering. For new crypto investors, 10% per year looks absolutely cool because you can't get that on average on the stock market every year. And then you move on to discover other DeFi projects offering 100% per year, and you're just blown away. You start investing, see the results, and you convince yourself that it's going to be like this in the future. And finally, you're not anymore looking at projects that offer returns per year, but they tell you returns per day. 1%, 2%, 5%, and maybe even as high as 10% per day for a DeFi project that just started suddenly becomes a normal thing to you. You start to dismiss projects that offer returns less than that of your new normal because you believe that your high APY projects will stay in the future. I could be wrong or I could be right, but that doesn't matter anymore because fundamentally your view of cryptocurrency is now a cash grab for the short term rather than for the long term. While I have nothing against people who do that because that's their business, that type of mindset just doesn't suit me well at the moment. I really believe in crypto and how it can change the way money works, so I'd like to still have some sort of detachment from profits from time to time. I like profits and money too, but I just don't like it to change me that much. Just like they say, make the money but don't let the money make you. And as for my plan, since I have closed my Pacoca position, I now have BNB tokens. I've looked into staking my BNB instead so I can make passive income out of it, and I found 2 ways to do it. The first one is through the Binance website, and then the second one is through Trust Wallet. I looked into the Binance website option first, and I found out that they rebranded from Binance.org to BNBchain.world. I wasn't really too sure about staking in the new website despite asking other people about it, so I just looked into the other option instead, which is Trust Wallet. After going through the process, I couldn't stake yet because I needed a full BNB to start staking. So for now, I'm going to wait and start adding to my position gradually until I get that full BNB. And that is pretty much my result with Pacoca after 3 months and my plans moving forward. I hope you learned something new here, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I would love to answer them for you. If you like content just like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and also like this video and share this video. And also, if you are on Instagram, please add me there at DailyDread as a friend so that we can chat, collaborate, and maybe even exchange some ideas. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate your support to the channel. It means a lot to me. Please have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!